Newton Morgan Gigabitch.
Hello, Mr. Almeida. War ich so angepisst? I'm not mad. No. No! Getting coffee. Nope. Andlepam would make no sense. So guys, I want you to tell me today again how you like my flickering background and if you like it or not. I hate it. You know what? I'm gonna do it like... I hate it. Whatever. I want you guys to tell me how you like my flickering background. If you find it annoying or not, give me feedback. We have to start immediately. We will go into game development. We will make this guy move. How can we make him move in a funny way, guys? So I was thinking about moving him down and then... Actually, let's make a new thing for this guy. Make his leg move up and down instead of normal walk. It's annoying, I think. Clown. I think so too. So, well, what we could do in OBS is we can exchange the camera for NVIDIA broadcast.
Make a good game.
Will work exactly the same. No, actually that causes issues. Immediately. Like that. That looks a little bit better. And then whenever we play something like Black Myth Wukong, we'll use something else because NVIDIA broadcast is atrociously bad. Alright, my brothers, how do I animate this? Any stuff on Discord that you guys linked? Have you guys linked anything on Discord to help me? And you didn't, right? Feedback. Equipment system, October 21st. Didn't realize Bloons was the only game in existence. Shut the fuck up, Sinocron, okay? How about you join the stream? I guess you can't because it's too late for you, but fuck you, asshole. No. Anything to yoink? Yeah, I'm looking for something to get inspiration, yeah. Kinda. Shit. Memes? No. I'm not looking at memes. Did you see my AI generated video in general? Oh yeah, right. Let's look at this really quickly. What is this, man? What the fuck, bro? Is this even allowed? Holy fucking hell, man. I don't think that's even allowed. The fuck, man? Bro. Cakes when no one buys this game? No, if no one buys my game, we make a new one, bro. A small one. We'll make it. I don't think so though. Alright guys, so how do we make this guy move properly? Needs to be something like this. Tiny Skull Man, yeah. He will farm videos if his game fails. Cakes, I watched those videos. I had a nightmare of me being a prolonged gunfight. In a prolonged gunfight and being hunted and shooting others. Holy goodness. It's crazy, brother. How does that even work, guys? I think we need a bit higher body for this, right? I wish I was Adam C. Yunus. I would do this really quickly, but I'm not. Let's see. How would we do this, guys? Hello, Prots, good morning. I'm a little bit of a hurry, so we gotta, you know, speedrun this, guys. If this looks bad, then it is how it is.
Commit and push immediately, and then go vegan.
Hello, Mr. Zend, good morning. I guess then we'll make it. Wait a minute. You really want to trigger me today, right?
Sag.
Okay. Hello, Mr. Collector of Stuff. Good morning. Okay. The second leg didn't animate at all. I think this looks like shit. Artist pays as always, yeah. Hello Philip, hello GSE stream, and hello Papai on YouTube. Hello Cakes, how are you doing? How's the baby Cakes? Baby Cakes is good. I'm losing my mind. Goodness. This looks like shit, guys. We need something cooler. I have an idea. Guys, I'm making it much easier. Get rid of this. You know what we're gonna do? Watch. It's gonna be funny. This is gonna be awesome. Actually, I'm enjoying this already. You guys will enjoy this too. Watch. It's gonna be awesome. I'm gonna tell you. Take a look at this. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna take a look at bounce. Okay. We're gonna put that in here. The GIF for bounce. And then I think there's... No! No! Huh? Brauche ich mein Handy? Nee. Hier. Okay. Sorry about this. Completely normal. Bouncy head. Yeah, we're gonna make a bouncy head. It's gonna bounce. Imagine your wife sees you make those noises. It is... I don't know why she'd had to do that here. Let's see. So, you know, guys, you wanna know? Just really quickly, okay? Oh my god, she's unable to get it done. Okay, it stopped. So guys, you wanna know something cool? You wanna know a really cheap baby phone? This is high... Come on! Where's my headphones? Okay. What a day, man. What a day! Okay, it works. Okay. Cakes, instead of making a tiny body make the head rotate on the ground. I don't know how to make the head rotate, bro. I wanna do this. But I mean, this is not like jelly, right? This is small little golems. What is this for? Boss mechanics at 25%. Each 25% he's gonna spawn these guys. Here, Cakes, this is good. Free werewolf sprite sheets. But, like... But this has nothing to do with what I'm doing. Like, that's awesome, but this has nothing to do with what I'm doing right now. Like, it's... Yeah. Listen, like, thank you. That's why I suggested rolling the head. The stone doesn't bounce. Fine, we'll try to roll the head. We'll try to roll the head. We'll try to roll, and then bouncing will be something else. How do we roll? You know how annoying this will be? Hopefully not. How many frames do we need to roll this? By the way, what do you think? So I was gonna say something completely different, right? But I was... so anyways, so you guys wanna know really cheap baby phone? This is like some 5-head strategies, you know, that only the cool kids use. So you know you have a smartphone, right? And usually if you have a baby... You also have a partner that has a smartphone, right? And so what you can do here is you can call with FaceTime your partner, and then this, you can see each other, right? You can see each other's faces. And so what you could do here is, this one is gonna mute the microphone. If this is the microphone, you're gonna mute that. And then you put it where the baby is. You put it next to it, like let's say this is the baby. You know, lying. With like this, you know, this is the baby. You put it next to the baby. And then you can take this phone and move anywhere. Anywhere at all in the whole world. And it doesn't matter, you still see the baby. And you can hear when the baby cries. You can see it and hear it when the baby cries. Smart, right? So that's what we're doing. Working 100%. Yeah, it's really good. Did the same thing, yeah. And so you can do this when you don't want to buy a baby phone, which I'm pretty sure is very expensive. Let's take a look at baby phones. Baby phone. With camera, of course. Okay. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Sure. Very good stuff. Yeah. Alright, totally useless. Leave baby alone in a room with camera. Yeah, like that's what you have to do sometimes. Let's see how this looks. I mean, it does look kind of nice. And I'm pretty sure I can just take this. Make a new one. Then Shift H. Shift V. Oh, wait. Wait a minute. So we are 45 degrees right now, right? So what we need is this, but flipped down, I think. So, wait a minute. This needs to be flipped down. But horizontally. Vertically. Vertically. Horizontally. Horizontally. Vertically. Horizontally. Wait, so that's what I copied, right? And I just need to... I need to have it like this. Ah, yeah, I see. Okay, cool. Of course, an error, because, yeah, like I have this selected. Makes sense, yeah. Okay, cool. And then we take this one here. And paste that. And we want to have it on the ground. Let's see. I mean, it does look kind of nice. Almost. You know, there is just a little bit left. Yeah, I mean, it does look kind of nice. I have to say. Then you Shift H, Shift V. Then we need one of these. Wait. Uh-huh. Exactly. How do we...
Great to be back to my favorite Vulcan stream. Please keep your functions shorter than 5 lines.
Big retard, don't help.
We need another frame and then rotate that by 45 degrees, right?
Long life chows. Game demo. Marketing. Steam Next Fest. All scam. Don't be afraid of.
So this works very well, even
stronger.
this. This one is in completely the wrong location.
The money will come to you.
This one as well. And then this one. I don't know what this guy is. Okay, let's just fix this guy here. Okay, there is a dip here somewhere. Here. Where that's a bit low. That's a bit low too. Think that's fine. What do you guys think? Hello Cakez, what's up man? Where did you start learning C++? When? I learned C++ 4 years ago, brother. I started learning C++ by following tutorials on the internet. The basic C++ tutorial on YouTube. What do you guys think? It was good that it bounced higher after 180 degrees. It was good, Cakez. It was better before you ruined it. Guys, we can make it bounce. Wait. Like this? Maybe not as high, but I see what you guys mean. Like this? Maybe just one higher? Oh, wow. This is good. Yeah. And what about this, guys? What about this? Watch. Light is on his face incorrect, making it look bad. I don't give a shit about that. I don't give a shit about that at all, bro. It does not make any... I don't really care at all, bro, because it's bouncing like crazy, bruh. It's bouncing. Now, can we make this bounce in 16 by 16, guys? What do you think? Is it possible to turn this to 16 by 16? Or is this something that we want? Is this something we want too much of? Oh, can we actually make this guy bounce in 16 by 16? Is that possible? Is it possible for us? We can definitely get one more pixel to the left. Oh, and we have one pixel to the left, to the right too. Guys, we have managed to get into 16, into a category of 16. It's bouncing off the walls here. You see this? Doing, 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 doing. Let's see if we can. This is the highest point on top. Let's find the highest point on the bottom. At the lowest point, sorry about that. Yeah. This is the lowest point on the bottom. Ah, this is where we lose. Shit. We have lost, guys. It is 16 by 20. Fuck. It's because of the bounce. Would look smoother if you just rotate it. Also less work. Also, let's fix that pixel here. No, I think this is good. This pixel here is broken too. All right, okay, so we keep it like this. This is the rolling rocky head. Cool. Awesome. Already made progress today. Very happy about that. We go into the atlas immediately, and this is when we take the head. File, open recent. Where's this rolling head? Okay, and then we paste that right below this guy, and we're gonna draw with a line. The size of it. There we go. Cool. Damn. This is so cool. Guys, I have an idea. And so we're going to, every time he hits this, right? So he's like, poof, hitting stuff right now, right? Wait a minute, what happened here? Oh no, I'm in the top layer for sprites. What is this? Huh? What the fuck? Oh no, I duplicated sprites. Huh? How? You stupid? What happened? When did that happen? Oh no. There's something that I lost. Oh god. Scheiße, Mann. In English halt. Oh god. Okay, so this is gonna be a fucking pain in the ass. We're going to have to remove every single sprite occurrence that we find and repaste that in here until it doesn't give us a dot to the right here. So this white dot, this little shiny dot on the left, basically says there's still data in this layer. There's still something drawn. Great. If you guys see something, tell me, okay? It might just be... Oh no. Hide the sprite layer, cut everything from copy paste and main. No, wait. Where were we? Here. So this needs to be in the normal sprites layer. Hi. Red box. I'm just gonna hide it. I don't know why, which one we don't have, but I guess we have it. Okay, so what I wanted to do is every time this guy hits the ground, we're gonna draw white stuff here. Make him bounce. Essentially like very, very simple bounciness. So poof. You know? Okay, let's see if that works. That would be cool if it does. Man, tits are slowly reducing. My man, tits are slowly reducing. What? And Rolling Stones must be rolling. True. Java is also very easy for 2D. Java? You think so? Is Java, can you have a normal function Java in Java, or is it like in C# where you can't have a not outstanding, where you can't have a standalone function? All right, guys. Now today we're going to make this what you couldn't do yesterday, which is we are going to implement the boss. Oh, he destroyed my ass, did he? Yes, he did. Okay. Now, we need to somehow give him, of course, we need to somehow beat him. He's gonna die. Now we have time to spawn. I don't have much time. Okay, then these guys will have fire. Alright, so that's already good enough, almost on healing. I think. Cakez, Imager? Not right now. Not right... shit, I clicked... placed the wrong one because of you, bro. It's your fault. I placed the healer instead of the instead of the ranger. Because you interrupted me. Bro? What are you doing? It's your fault, brother. Totally planned. Alright. Okay, so now we need to wait for it to get to 25%. And then when 25% happens, I want to spawn 4 units. And so first we need to have sprite enemy, Rocky, and then we have Rocky head. Rocky head, rolling head. Rolling head, which we don't have. But now we do. Now we have that rolling head as a sprite ID. And how many frames does it have? Actually, it's quite a few, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 frames. Cool. Pivot offset. What is the pivot offset here? Let's try 6 or something. And then obviously that's a 16 by 20 size. And the position in the Atlas is... I'll buy the game when it comes down in 20... You are going to get banned because you are totally wrong, sir. 5 minutes. The game will not come out then. Okay, sir. Fuck you. You are non-believer and negative, and we do not want to have negative people in chat. Essentially. Okay. Better yourselves, sir. 12:32. There we go. Okay, so we have that in the game. So now, what we want to do is... Alright, so what we want to do is the following. Sorry?
I don't want to be like...
We need to go to attack function. Shit. Okay. We need to go to the attack function and then to the handle damage infliction. And then if we have a boss component, whenever we set this, okay, we need to check on the different boss. These are the boss mechanics on sections. Oh, this is cool. So if this is where the cool part begins. If the target dot enemy type ID is the Rocky boss. So this is where we are scripting the bosses.
Master, the calculations are in and...
So if it's the boss Rocky, right?
The powers of your brain are overwhelming.
That burn proliferation. Not taken a... Not Control A cut, paste a new layer? No. No. I can't paste a new layer in here. Because some of this stuff is transparent and I don't want to have 2 of this, of course. I only have one. Want to have 1. So, let's see here. Use the brain. If it's the boss Rocky, then I want to spawn 8 or 10 rolling heads. So, let's see here. And I guess we want to do an index. Hi, Chad and Bernd. Hello, Tapir. Good morning. How's it going, bro? Let's see. We need to spawn enemy. And then enemy boss Rocky on randomized positions. So we need to do a for loop. And so like I would like... It will be... Hey Cakez, love me some C++. I used some SFML in the past. What are you using as a library to draw and stuff? By the way, the game is really pretty. Hey, thank you, Splubs. I appreciate that. I'm using OpenGL, plain old OpenGL. Nothing else. Okay, so I'm just gonna do int I is 0, I is less than 10, I plus plus. Because I don't want to do it this way. Do we have find closest point on line from position? No. Closest waypoint? Ah, okay. So I would need to find the closest waypoint. Let's see. Randomized position. So that would be the target.
Am I so out of touch?
Let's see.
No.
Mr. Elmido is gifting
Position.
1 sub to the community.
Back to position is target dot position plus random range from -10 to 10 and then twice. But this would just spawn them, right? This looks kind of boring. Would be cool if it looks much cooler.
Am I so out of touch?
Oh, my man.
Dreadyfire just subscribed.
Thank you, Dreadyfire.
Big tick support for 28 years.
Thank you, sir. And Mr. Elmida, thank you very much for gifting a sub to Slubs. To Splubs. Good morning. Thank you, man. Hello, Travis. Good morning, sir. Stabbed, thank you very much for following, bro. 69. 69. Let's see, spawn enemy. Yeah, so we're not gonna spawn our position. Is that it? And then that would be an entity pointer. Head, like this, and then head. This is where we do these things here. Reached waypoint and that. Let's see. Oops. Uh-oh. What happened to penis? Alright, so we already have this, but we need a new enemy type. Boss Rocky Rolling Head. Boss Rocky Head Rolling. But it's just a Rocky Head rolling. That's all. I guess we call it Boss. There we go. Now that we have that type. I'm gonna go to Rocky. Here. And create a new one. Hello there, sir. Good morning, Mr. Stabbed 69. How's it going? Been away for a bit. Hello, Statics. So many people saying hello. Hello, guys. Yeah, hello, bro. How's it going? Yeah, that's true. Okay, so we have a rolling head, and we need... we just need one. The idle, I guess, we just give it the sprite... Enemy, Rocky, rolling ground, rolling head. Whoops. Rolling head here and rolling head here. There we go. Movement multi will have to see. And this is not a boss. Absolutely not. It is maybe a knight, maybe a type strong. Attack radius, we don't need that. We have health. Okay, so what health do we have? Let's say we have... This is gonna be a lot of health, you know? 4,000 health maybe. Movement speed is gonna be much faster. 40 at minimum. Knockback resist will be less than this. So for example, maybe 50%. And then, where's that? CC. And CC would also mean this stuff, by the way. Oh yeah, we already had knockback resist here. So maybe, wait, base, right? So this sucks. Base, let's say 50% knockback resist, and then friction, instead of 500, we have like 250. Because it's just the head. And then energy regeneration, we don't need that here. Target count, don't need that. Ability target count, that's not important. Actually not even used anymore. And the armor is gonna be 500 at still. And the resistances, let's make them not as crazy, but let's say 10%. Alright, now we have our rolling head in the game. He does not have any abilities. Coin reward, yeah. They give 5 or 10 or 5.
Am I so out of touch? No.
Mr. Elmido is gifting one sub to
let's
the
see, and then we
community.
don't have these stupid sound effects. Enemy, rocky, rolling, head rolling. Oops, I made a spelling mistake here. Rolling. Mr. Amida, thank you very much for gifting us up. I really appreciate it, man. Thank you very much for gifting us up to Statics. And trying to get the hype train to level 2. I appreciate it. Oh, this is not a bait. Please don't gift. Papai, good morning. Hello there. On Twitch. Wonder why you came over. So, let's see here. Can I launch or do I have to... This... Why is it happening? What's happening here? Oh, I guess it works. Okay, cool. Now, we need to wait till he reaches 75%. It spawned 10 bosses. It spawned 10 bosses, holy shit. And they all used the meteor ability at the same time. Hey, didn't I rename this? Ah, it couldn't do edits, of course. It's too stupid. Fuck you. Sorry. I had a terrible day. Okay, sorry about that. Okay. Oh, I'm gonna have to remove those stupid impact sounds. Okay. Let's see. So. Yeah, I have to restart. Fuck. And then this is obviously on the wrong location.
Am I so out of touch?
Bro?
No.
Mr. Elmido is gifting one sub to the community.
Full screen. Borderless. Okay, let's see here. They all roll in the same place. What the fuck? Yeah. Why do they all roll in the same place? Oh, because I only do random range once. Because I'm stupid. It says this. Have you tried C-Line IDE? No, I have not. I had the chance to try that when I first started working a very long time ago. But I tried it for like, I don't know, like 2 days, and I got so mad that it would always load so slowly that I... Ooh! Look at that! I think it's too many, and obviously they are... What is that doing? Stop it. Their movement animation multiplier is a bit... Oh wow. I'm losing, by the way. I'm losing. So, this is what I mean. This is what I was thinking about earlier. Hey, Misty Gun, long time no see. Hot reload, yes. This is what I was talking about earlier. As I spread out, like I want to spread these out a lot, but they all go to the same waypoint. You know, so look at this. See this? And so, like, even, let's make it very obvious. Let's do 100, and then you guys can see what exactly I mean. Take a look. See how they all move towards the same... to the same location? It's too many? Well, sure, we can say, well, it's only 5. Give speed a small random variation per head, maybe? I can't do that, actually. Well, I could. So head dot stats dot values dot base on stats movement speed dot increased is a random range from -20 to 20%. And now we have a movement speed difference of these heads of 40%. So some of them are gonna move slower, some of them are gonna move faster. I think. What I would like to do though is, instead of spawning them, I can spawn them like this, but I would like them, if I spawn them like that, then I want them to find the closest waypoint they are to, not on the path they are currently walking at. Looks like a game now. Nice, yeah. So what I would like to do is maybe take the path and then use a random number of the path and then spawn them there. Speed looks the same. Yeah, I know. For some reason. Let's try to change it between 90 and 160 and then see if that's actually working or not. Seems to all be the same. No, they're all the same speed. Huh? Huh? How does movement speed work? Base. Okay. Maybe values? It never changes? They never get reset. Stats? Okay. Oh, I see why that is. Would be cool if the head from the main boss will fall down on the ground and the main boss would grow a new head. Yeah, but like too much pixel art. Like too much art again. Like what I want to work on is not art, I want to work on gameplay. They're rolling backwards? No? Oh yeah, they are. Actually, they are. That's why. That's because I need to do sprite. And then flip the canvas horizontally. Good catch, brother. No, not this. Good catch. Really good catch. Eh? Oh, wrong position. Oh no! Keep that, please. Okay, thank you very much. Yeah, that looks better. So the reason why these heads cannot have varying stats is because I'm reloading them every frame to keep updating them. Guys, I need to go to the bathroom really quickly. We'll most likely die now, but I need to go. Be right back. I think it looks good, but the heads need to start moving to... Yeah.
Oh my god, fucking hit this guy! Are you fucking kidding me? The fucking wall is triggering the fuck out of me! Fuck you! Oh my god! The fucking wall! God, that triggered me so much! Oh, fucking hell, I'm sorry. God, I hate that so much. This is so...
That's actually a strategy because you have longer iframes.
Heal you, mother! Oh! Keep spamming your attacks! Yes, bro! Keep spamming them! Boom, boom, boom!
I have an idea. Experience.
Ouch! Ow!
Ahoy, everyone. Hello there, bro.
Pleasing.
Robotic Cat, good morning.
Whenever I have something visually pleasing!
I have an idea. So, No. So I have an idea. What we're gonna do, instead of doing a random position, we take the target, then reached waypoint index, and we are going to go plus a random range from minus spread or minus EDX plus EDX, and we clamp that between... Oof, that's gonna be annoying. Let's first do a const int EDX is, let's say, I wanna go for like 3 waypoints, right? I want to clamp that between 0 and the maximum is difficult, because it needs to be the path dot like a path. Path is target, path index, and then the game state level dot paths on the path index of the target. And now we have a const path reference. Then we need the path dot waypoint count, and that can be the highest one minus 1, of course. So this would be the waypoint index int. You see, like how that... Yeah, you can tell what's going on, right? So that's what we want to do. And for some reason this is complaining. which maybe this is because this is supposed to be an int. Yeah. And now that we have this, right, which totally makes sense, right, guys? Oh, we got raided. I'm sorry. Good morning. Hello, guys. So I was completely like laser focused. Good morning. Hello there, sir. Thank you so much for the raid. What have you guys been doing? Welcome. We are currently working on a boss spawning rolling heads when the boss dies. But holy shit, what was that position? But not that far, you know, away from the boss, and not like they need to spawn in other positions and then move from their location, essentially. So, let's see here. We have that, yeah. Let's see. Now that we have this waypoint index, we can say reached waypoint index is waypoint index, but that's more. We can also, now that we have this, yeah, the head, right? So we first spawn the head, right? Then we get this random waypoint index. This stat bullshit doesn't seem to work, Satch. We'll do that in a second. And now that we have this waypoint, you know, this is where, like, on the line we are, on the way to the exit. Then we can say, okay, well, we need to get the vector to position of the waypoint. So the waypoint position, that would be the path dot. Yeah, so that's the thing. What does waypoint count actually reference? Waypoints, right? So path dot waypoints on waypoint index. And then wait a minute. Don't we have a head reached? If we have a reached waypoint index, how's that work? Wait a minute. Follow. Let's see. Follow path. Isn't this? Aren't we going next sample point index? Next sample point. We're going to sample points and then next sample point index. Enemy. When do we change to the, it's called sample point index. We are moving towards the sample. Okay, so this is dumb, which it needs to be reached sample point index. And let me tell you, oh, it does actually work. We can rename this. Okay, so reached sample point index. That's awesome because that's actually what we need. And it makes more sense. So now we get the sample point, which is a, you know, sample point position, which is on path.samplePoints, not waypoint. There you go. The waypoints act as Bezier curve handles, and then I use Bezier curves in between waypoints to make the line look really cool and smooth. So essentially what I have is, in my game, I have paths, right? These look like that, and I can change these handles here, and then I have this green dot, and I can turn this into a Bezier curve. You see this? And so I implemented this very early on because I wanted to have very...
Fuck you, asshole!
Sorry? God damn it! I can never show something. Anyways, so yeah. Let's pretend that didn't happen, okay? Which means, essentially, that we get the... Wait. Yeah, so we get a... Wait. We get a sample index. Sample point index, right? And then from the sample point... Fuck you, asshole! Sorry, yeah, sorry. So annoying. So annoying. Okay. Now I have, you know. Now that we get the point, I want to generate a random range around that point. Plus. To spread out the head. Because I don't want the head to spawn right at the point on the... what is it called? Not on the line, on the path. I want the head to spawn... like next to it, essentially. Next to the point. But the spread here We can't go 100, of course. We can go like 10, maybe 20 at most, right? And so now that we have the sample point position, this is... Yeah, so this is where we need to spawn the head. Right? So we don't spawn this on the, but on the sample point position. And then we say, okay, so this is what you reached, and this is your path, essentially. Blah. Hello from Denmark. The game is looking really good right now. The game is looking really good right now. Thank you, man. Thank you so much, Haferflocken YouTube. I really do appreciate it, man. What a very nice thing to say. I did not ask where the NFS most wanted 25 can be downloaded. Kindly, no one helped me. What?
Brother, I do not understand what you're saying. NFS? What is NFS?
Not blah, it's blah blah. That's the emote? Clueless? Need for Speed? Oh, I did not ask where to get Need for Speed Most Wanted 20... Oh, you wanna know where you can get that? Wait, let me show you. Sure, wait a minute. It didn't work! Hey! Okay. Fuck you. There you go. Here it is. You want it? CD, huh? Yeah.
Hello, Cakez.
Isn't that nice? Yeah. Yes, yes, yes. I have it forever, guys. It's mine. I've put a bunch of shit in front of the CDs, but yeah. Space blah.
Cakez.
All right, can we continue? Let's see here. So what does it... Oh! Oh, wow. Look at this, guys. What do you think? It's now spreading out the heads. Guys, can you stop spamming? Guys, can you stop spamming?
If you don't stop spamming, I'm gonna ban you guys, okay? Stop spamming space, okay?
Cake, stop ruining everyone's fun. I cannot read messages. So how is this fun? Let me tell you. So here's this guy. RJS, hello there. I saw your message, bro. Good morning. Have you ever learned Pascal? Best language ever. I have not, sir. And I don't even know, like, is it a functional programming language or something? Hello, Inokai on YouTube. SCD, old man uses old man medium. Didn't answer his question. He asked where to get the game. Or did you offer him to break it to your home? No, I did not offer him. It was supposed to be a joke, okay? Like, I can't help you if you're slow, brother. Like, you need to get with the times. Cakez, please launch the game on Steam, FFS. We're working on it. We're working on it, brother.
Am I so out of touch? No.
Mr. Elmido is gifting 1 sub to the community.
I can't beat these rolling heads. Let's see, what can the mage do against them? I feel like they, Alright, let's fix the collision box and boxes of those guys because they are way too huge. Head rolling. What do we need? A size. Let's load this again. So, let's take a look at the left one. The offset is obviously way too high. Let's try 8 at most. And then for the rectangular collider, I know that we have about 16 by 16 at most, but it's probably more like 14 or 15. Let's try 14 by 14. And then the center is also like, where would I shoot arrows, right? Let's do -6 maybe. And then the radius for the ground collider, that is definitely a 5 or 6. It's not that high. So now the cool thing is we can go into step debugging, right? The game doesn't update at all. Game doesn't update. Now I press U once. Boom. Aha. No, not good enough. Center is too high. Let's do -2. And then ground radius, that sounds reasonable, or looks reasonable, sorry. And then over here -4. Now I can press U one more time. Watch this, guys. Watch this.
Am I so out of touch? No.
Mr. Elmido is gifting 1 sub to the community.
Wow. Looks good. Mr. Elmida, thank you. I have no idea what to say, bro. Thank you so much for being so, like...
Bro, you have to stop gifting subs, brother. It's too much. You already have 600 subs gifted in the channel. Bro, I don't even know what to say anymore when you gift something, bro. I appreciate it, bro. I do.
So what did you guys say?
Am I so out of touch? No.
BenRail17 just subscribed. Big tick support for year.
Is this SFML or SDL? This is plain old OpenGL, Lample. Okay, so the heads are too difficult to beat for this team, but they should be, because the boss is supposed to be difficult to beat. Let's see. Why not Vulkan? So, like, that's a good question. Because I was using Vulkan in the beginning to make this game. And it did work out very well. However, the issue that I had with Vulkan was that in the very beginning I didn't know what I wanted out of the game. So what type of lighting did I want? Because I have never done that before. That was the first game that I made. And so I didn't know, like, what type of font. How do I want it to do font? I didn't even know how to do font at all, actually. I had never loaded TrueType font files before. And so what I needed to learn or do was write a Vulkan renderer that was generic or that didn't have these features in when I started working on the game. And so as I worked on the game and got more experience making games in C++, then I started to realize that, oh, I need certain things now that I didn't know I needed before. And so then I started changing the Vulkan renderer to accommodate those new features that I needed, namely lighting, font, and also bloom was a big one. And the problem was that Vulkan is very difficult to change and write at the same time. Like even just writing Vulkan is difficult. And so changing it was taking way too long. And I couldn't finish. I basically making one change in the renderer took about 4 hours at minimum. At minimum, maybe 2 days, 3 days, a week sometimes. And there were bugs happening in Vulkan as well that I couldn't fix either. That happened just after working on the game so much that, yeah, after changing it so much. And so it was just too deep. It took too much time. Let me save you from blabbering, basically skill issue. This guy's getting banned. How long? Let's say 8 minutes. Bitch. You can skill issue these nuts into your fucking face! Okay. Now, clamping works well.
Am I so out of touch? No.
Pie94 is gifting 5 sub to the community.
Am I so out of touch?
Holy!
No.
Pie94 just subscribe.
Thank you!
Big tick support for year.
I appreciate it. You're gifting 5 subs to the community, Mr. Pie, man. Thank you. Just like Mr. Amida. Holy moly, you guys. Thank you so much for the big support. Damn, that looks kind of nice, Mr. Push, that you made there. Looks kind of out of place, though. Yeah. No problem. Thanks for the C++ content. Hey, that's awesome. He still doesn't. He didn't answer his question. German Joe Classic. He still doesn't. Can you make it in shape of balloon? Okay, you are getting banned. Stop making balloons references. Asshole. You're just mad that I'm making a good game. You can shape these nuts. I think I made a really good job with, you know, like how quickly I made these rolling heads. Now we need to, like, balance this. And also, so we have 2 mechanics in the game right now, okay? So the number 1 mechanic for the boss is this. Watch. This guy is alone and very far away. He gets hit, he's dead. He burns, boom, dead. Okay? So the mechanic for the boss is that he's going to hit the target that is furthest away from him. And then he kills that target with a mechanic that deals more damage the fewer units are around yourself. So it's like a stack-up mechanic from MMOs. You guys have heard about this, pretty sure heard about this before. Now, I would like to add one more mechanic to the boss, which is basically a pushback. He does a pushback. So he gets close to you, right? And then he uses this animation, and I have this in the game, do I? He uses this animation, the fisting animation, boom, to knock you back. And what does that mean? He knocks units away. What do you guys think? Well, guys, I'm not natively English, okay? Das ist die Faust-Animation. Von Deutsch in English. Faust is fist, okay? Fist animation. Fisting animation. So that's what it is, okay? German to English. That's what you call that in German. Okay, so he is, I don't know, fisting into this direction.
Ola chat developers.
Okay. I'm not gonna Google that, no. Why your units are stationary? Yeah, so the units are stationary, but that's supposed to be a mechanic for the boss. Punching. I see. Okay, so yeah, punching animation. So that's his punching animation. Okay, and so, awesome. How do we do this though? Because the boss has God damn it. The boss has... Oh, how do I do that? Cakes, there's a stigma about people who are mispronouncing all the time. Cakes, remember when you were fisting those cute little chickens at the start of Palworld? Stigma nuts in your mouth? Ah, steady pose, bro. Can the boss pick up a unit and steam them? How do you handle state management without a framework? It seems challenging to track everything without a higher level library to help. What type of state management do you mean, my friend? Do you mean the OpenGL state management? What are you talking about exactly? Or like an animation state machine? Because literally I, for animation state machine, like the animation state machine in my game for units is just enum switches. I think he means finite state machines. The dude is a beginner. I think he's a beginner, yeah. It's a valid question. For state machines, the god gave you variables and structs. And enums. At a land with treasure where you can only get to by a boss fisting you. Guys, can you stop talking about fisting, okay? That's disgusting, please. Can you stop that, please? I made a mistake, I'm sorry. Shut the fuck up, okay? Nicht du. Die. Yeah? Yeah. Okay, my wife thought I said shut the fuck up to her, but which is not true, but it's her own fault. Like, she shouldn't feel angesprochen in English halt. Alright, let's see. So we can't do the movement speed changes, unfortunately, because the stats are getting reset all the time. That fucking sucks. Wait a minute. If you make a mistake like this again, we will... Shut the fuck. Bro, you knocked me out with this one. I was laughing straight, can't stop. Cakes, explain what you did wrong with fisting and punching to your wife, then she will understand why we react how we react. No, guys, so wait, okay? This is a cool idea. No, I won't do this. Guys, it takes too much work right now. I don't really care. This looks good. Let's test this one more time. I want to see this. Yeah, looking okay. I think they are spread out enough. This is awesome.
Wait.
So obviously I would like to create some sort of explosion on the boss. I guess I can create an effect really quickly. Which, you know. Effect. Huh? Nein. Nein. Warum? Weiß ich nicht. Geh mal hin. Hiparapus, thank you very much for following. Nee. Hä? Ja, aber manchmal schon. Warum? Nein. Nein. Give me a second, guys. Live chat. Okay, top chat. So guys, I don't know, like YouTube top chat always. All right, so I want to create an effect, which is the explosion effect, or like the rock. Basically, guys. Okay, so we need to take a look at the pixel art. Thanks here. Let's see. Here. There you go. So essentially, what I want to create is rocks falling off from the rock. And a small little explosion. And maybe we can find some cool animation for that in here. Which, by the way, for those of you who want to learn pixel art, take a look at this website. This right here is the best source for learning pixel art. Because it gives you frame-by-frame animations in GIF form that you can... It's not an ad, bro. I just use it and I think it's really good. that you can steal from to learn the very basics of pixel art by just tracing exactly what this guy is doing. Now let's see here, and I hope that he has some sort of rocky explosion or something here that I might have missed that we can steal from, because that's usually the first spot that I go to. No. He didn't do too much. So, like, for example, I could potentially make a boss like this in the game, you know, in the level. I could potentially do that in terms of tower defense. I could make such a boss. Like a Kitava boss. I can. What are you talking about? Let's see. This looks kind of nice. Maybe we can use this as an example? I think this is a good idea already. Or... No. 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 What? No. 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 Damn, this guy looks cool. Wow, look at this sword, bruh. Wow. I could have such a sword in the game, by the way.
Gotcha, bitch!
I'm just saying, you know, I'm just taking a look. Yeah. Okay, I think we... Oh. Nah. What is this? Nope. I think we have, like, this computer breaking could be a very good inspiration for making our boss, like, have chunks. Essentially, there's going to be, like, a couple of explosions on him. Poof, poof, poof. And then stones fall off. Yeah. I kind of want to have poof, poof, poof going on. Yeah, looks like there's nothing. Is there? Man, he keeps making new ones. This one's new. Look at this, guys. This is new. Wait, this is old. Yeah, this is old. Okay, so where was this? Very far at the top, right? Where was this? Somewhere here. We're gonna make the computer explode and use that as an example. Where was this? I think I'm too high, right? Am I too high? Shit, I lost it. No. Where are you? Ah, there we go. Okay, so copy or save as, and then we save this here. Do I have this already? What is this, by the way? Objects destroyed. Objects destroyed. Cool. Cakes, have a look at these suggestions. Have a look at these suggestions. I don't want to have an explosion like this. I want to have a chunky explosion. More like stuff falling off. If I wanted to have like a real explosion, I have that already in the game. But yeah, thank you, bro. But no, not this. So let's see here. What we need to do is basically make one... do we have this here? No. It's called Objects Destroyed. There we go. Okay, and then we put this here to the right. And now what we can do, the cool thing is, we can inspect this frame by frame. So first it does this, okay? So essentially it moves one pixel up, moves one pixel here, and then poof, poof. So that's what we need to do on this rocky here. Let's say we have this image. We take that, okay. Copy this, make a new frame. Paste. And then on top of this rocky, Shift N, we build these impacts. So what would be a good color? White? Do you guys think we should do white or more gray? Let's try gray. We can always change it to white. So for example, let's start here. Something like this. Okay. And then we need to build, or we need to chunk off something from him. So there needs to be contrast. Like with this one here, essentially, there's contrast happening. We need to build that. Chunk. Like that. And a bit brighter. Okay, that looks good. Cool. And now we need to build a rock, essentially. So how can we make a really cool looking rock? Maybe something like this. Just give it some... Maybe like that. And these need to fall down. Cool. So that's the first rock. Look at this, guys. Cool, huh? You are too high? This is the second channel. Hello there, sir. What do you mean by I am too high? Oh, by the way, Mr. Shady11, are you here? I was taking a look at the video from yesterday, and I have also AQ. I have very positive news about your playlist. So far, let me check again. So far, my video has not been demonetized. There was a lie. Let's see. Yes, it is not demonetized. I had to replace one of Shady11's songs that he played yesterday, but it has not been demonetized. So that means we can play, and you guys are listening to music on YouTube right now as well, right? If I'm correct. So I'm gonna do a poll on YouTube later. I need to write that down. I will forget. Yeah, just got my phone. I will need to write that down. Otherwise I'll forget. And I'll probably have to do that tomorrow. I'm gonna put it in the calendar. Otherwise I'll forget. Today is 25th. Let's put it on the 26th. I'm gonna do a poll on YouTube and ask you guys whether you enjoy... I'm not muted. You are timed out. And first I need to read your message, Cakez. I'm curious, what is the last time you had an original thought? Yeah, you're actually muted. You are muted yourself, bro. Goodbye. Now, let's see. Umfrage in English. I just had it. Poll. Yeah, poll. YouTube. Yes. Okay, cool. Now, what was I gonna say? You guys tell me on YouTube if you like the music there or not. If it's more interesting for you guys with or without music. Who is he talking to? I'm talking to the guys on YouTube. Hello, I'm Imo. So he gained muscle mass because he did a lot of fisting in the gym. Okay, guys, can you stop? Please, now let's make this a bit smaller. Okay, so that's going to be the other chunk. That's like right here. So what what this is doing is generating, and then we can move this kinda like in a good position. Like for example here, doof. And I feel like I want this to be gray, something like that. Tush. And maybe have like a cool white. Something like that. Schlitz. Yeah, I want to have a Schlitz moment where it's like koof, Schlitz. I think that's awesome. Looking really good. Poof. And now, let's see here. What is the next frame? And this is where it breaks apart, of course. So, let's make a new frame. How about the fiery chunks, since it casts fiery spells? Yeah, but I'm not spawning fiery dudes. I'm spawning these rolling heads. And so they need to be the same chunk. Now, it would be really cool if the chunks also land where the heads are, right? That would be awesome, but I can't do that, actually. I currently have no way of basically animating that. I would have to completely code that into the engine, and I don't know if it's worth doing that, because it's literally just... It's just visuals. This is not gameplay at all. It is purely visuals. Seems YouTube doesn't want the music. Iffy, music bad. Okay, so I'm gonna mute you on YouTube because you're annoying. Yeah, just remove that message. Also, it's big work and little rewards. It really doesn't add much value to fun gameplay. Exactly, Amen. You're right, 100%. And by the way, Python Girl, thank you very much for following. A visual makes the game better. That's why it is good. Visual makes the... No, bro. The gameplay makes the game better. And the gameplay is that you have to kill these rolling heads. Guys, don't be fooled. Please, don't be fooled, okay? This is a trap that noobs fall into. Me too. Don't be fooled, okay? We are animating chunks right now, but we're not going to... I'm literally going to make 2 animations for this. So, like 3 attacks, and that's going to be it. So, let's see. Q. I clicked Q, you dumbass. Okay. Now let's move this here. So, like, now it needs to move the... This one as well. And then this needs to go away. Also... how does that handle? This seems to move up, it looks like. Maybe 2. Okay, cool. That looks good. Poof. Nice. Creates really good stuff. And then maybe just a little bit of rocky stuff here. But these particles will be done after. Poof, poof. All right, so next animation would just be, and this is where we use our own brain, right? We just make this fall. And we use frames. Actually, I need to give it a better outline. I think. At least for this guy. It's fine. So next frame. And I think we need to make it move. This one needs to move a bit faster on the ground, while this one needs to move slower. Because he's bigger. Yeah, awesome. I like that. You see this? Oof. This one's on the ground already, while this one is still flying. Okay, so now impact on the ground. How is that done? So it basically doof and then goes up again. So
am I
over
so
here,
out of touch? No.
Mr. Elmido is gifting 1 sub to the community.
Oh, Mr. Elmida. Are you stealing animations? Oh my god, this is another fucking idiot, man. These fucking... Oh my god, why are people so fucking dumb? So stupid. Like, oh god. What a moron, actually. How can you call this stealing, you fucking... Bro, this is literally how pixel art works, you know, there is physics that is done in pixel art, you know, and certain animations are just... You know how 1 + 1 is 2? And the math guys in like the universe, I don't know, 10, at some point came to like their senses when they're like, Unga, I have 1 stick and 2 stick, that's 2 sticks together. That's how they found out that 1 + 1 is 2, okay? They had 2 sticks and then that was 2 sticks. 1 stick made 2 sticks, okay? And animations in pixel art, sir, they give you... They don't give you. They don't give you anything. They function the same. Okay, so if you want to make something, animate something heavy, there's a particular amount of frames or way that you can animate this in pixel art that is taught. Okay, people go to school for this and pay money for this shit. Okay, and that's essentially something that is taught. You get me? And so I'm not stealing a fucking animation. I'm learning how to animate something heavy that falls on the floor, you know? Okay? Oh, Google everything is a remix? That's a pirate software shot, right? Let's Google that, fine. Wait. Which one do you want me to listen to? Like, what do you mean? I'm not clicking on this. I'm getting demonetized on YouTube, you know, and then I have $1 less money. I need that dollar, bro. I need it. It's really important. Okay? I'm not clicking this. Anyways, I think I missed something. Mr. Dev Spudges, welcome. Sorry, I totally... Sorry, bro, like, thank you very much for rating. Welcome. $1 less is bad, true, yeah, exactly. That's the correct one. Yeah, but I get demonetized. You know, I literally played a video on stream, the wrong video, mind you, for like a minute on my stream. And I got a copyright strike because of that. Now I could challenge the copyright strike if I wanted to, because it's not just, of course. But why, right? Why? Did you play the kind of video with naked ladies? No, I can't tell you which video it is. Thanks for the raid, Mr. Dev Spudges, yeah. Anyways, guys, so let's not waste time. Okay, can we please not waste time? Which means we need to move this up by 1. And then also on the impact here, we are creating a small little dust wave. Watch this, guys. Poof. 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 Oh my god, wait. Poof. Oh god, I'm so fucking good at pixel art. Look at this, guys. Boom. I feel like it's gotta be a bit lower. And this needs to be one lower. Actually, I think this is like... This would lie on the floor. No, 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 you stupid moron. This is too... I mean, I guess. Here we go. Cakes, here's an idea. Instead of a rock, why not have a PC monitor falling onto the your bench? You're actually banned. What a stupid Dumbo. Holy shit. So dumb. It's insane, man. Goodness.
Am I so out of touch?
Hey, my man. Holy.
No.
Zorrux just subscribed.
Thank you.
Big tick support for 1 year.
Thank you so much for subscribing, man. I appreciate it. What a nice person you are. Incredible. What incredible support, you know. Just joined and subscribing as well with Twitch Prime. Thank you so much for spending your Prime free subscription on my channel. Thank you, man. Poof. Maybe more frames for dust scattering. Yeah, we will. Poof. And then... one more frame. And you know what, guys? I have an idea. Because I think effects are transparent, right? It looks like ass. No, you're not. No, you're not. No, it's not. It's wrong. Adding more pixel effect when you clearly can't see much is a bad idea. More Bloons doesn't do it either. Probably don't want to pollute the screen too much. You're right, Mr. Collector of Stuff. I do have a lot of pollution on screen already. I need to work on that. However, this is a boss fight. And I'd rather fix something else than the boss fight. So, for example, to give you a very simple example, a boss could potentially be immune to status effects, or it could not be immune to status effects, but
No!
He's never turning red. And also, this redness on the characters is too much. So there's a lot of stuff I can tone down. You know, them being red like this is bad, right? So I will probably just tone it down a bit. You can't see anything currently, yes? That will probably, I think what I'm gonna do next week, when we have this boss implemented, right? We have the mechanics in. Maybe there will be one more mechanic that I add in, which is, you know, the punching with the knockback. That will be the boss. The boss then has two mechanics, which is units that are far away and units that are the units that are far away that get attacked, the ads spawning, and a knockback from the boss. And that will be it, right? That would be the first boss. And yeah, we'll just see how that works. Knockback. Knock what back? The tower is immobile, right? Yeah, the towers get knocked back, exactly. That's the point. That's the thing. That's what I want to build in my game, bro. I want it to be that interactive. I want the enemies to fight you back. That's the point of the game. That's supposed to be the hook. And I need to implement that, of course, in a way where it's not annoying. Okay? I will understand when something is annoying, of course. If something is annoying, I can't do it. But that's what I want to do and test out, of course, yes. With the line in the middle, the one flying on the ground does not look like a gray... Does look like a gray butt cheeks. Really? Who's gray butt? There's some butt cheeks going on? Really? Which one? I don't see gray butt cheeks. Even if I squint my eyes. This? The final frame in A-Sprite? Oh, you mean this one? Okay. I mean... Okay. Okay, so we have those two falling. Poof. Poof. Yeah, I think that's it. Good. And now we need to animate the other one falling. In this frame is where this guy hits the ground. Poof. And it's also going to create... Poof. Another frame. Fine.
Gotcha, bitch.
Thank you very much for following him on 24.
Am
Welcome,
I so
brother.
out of touch?
I appreciate it, bro.
No.
Welcome.
Schofield just subscribed. Big
Hello
tick
there.
support for 22 years.
Thank you,
Cakez
Schofield.
7 rub 2.
Thank you very much,
Gotcha,
Schofield,
bitch.
man. 22 months, bro. That's more than a year, almost 2 years. Holy shit.
I greet you to this beautiful community, even when Cakez oversaw your beautiful introduction. You are always welcome here. Enjoy the stream.
Gotcha, bitch.
Oh, Xalax, bro. Thank you for the message. Wait a minute. Found you when looking at Jonathan Blow's J coding language. Loving the content on your YouTube channel about the game dev / game industry stuff. Thank you, bro. Yeah, I'm trying to do more in this. I already have some videos already done. Yeah. Bro, thank you so much. That means a lot to me, bro. Thank you. What a nice message, bro. Holy shit. If this guy wasn't a first-time viewer, he would be VIP right now. Can't have more. Can't have enough of these guys. What a guy, yeah, what a nice person. Who let the nice guy in. Are you reading YouTube? Yes, I am, but slowly sometimes. Because, like, if this is my field of vision, excuse me, then towards the middle I have the Twitch chat, and then to the very right, the YouTube chat is on my screen. So I can see it if I turn my head to the right, but oftentimes I'll focus here, and then unfortunately I do miss you guys sometimes. Yeah, I apologize. Yeah. Oh yeah, then this needs to go away. Copy. Paste that here. So, what are we gonna do with these? They move to the right. Maybe down. Hey, wait a minute. Oh my god, it's always exchanging the wrong frame. How do I do this now? Shit. Okay, so that's still too far.
Cakez is always saying that he wants a nice community, but ignores the nice messages and just focuses on the bad ones. Skill issue, I guess.
No, that's not true, bro. You know that. I'm not ignoring the nice messages. I just... Sometimes I program, you know? I do stuff. Okay, so what are we gonna do with this rock? Do we just move it down by 1 and then make it a bit smaller? I think this looks very... That feels very good. Feels very heavy. Damn, I'm good at pixel art. Holy shit, this guy's insane. Man! Cool! Cool. Awesome. Here's your $1. When are we gonna hear the remix? No, that's not how it works, bro. No. I'm not gonna demonetize my bot. Absolutely not. There wasn't even in the contract or something. You didn't even ask me. You just did something. It's like, you know, someone is giving you a present out of the blue. You didn't ask for this. You didn't even want it. And then they get mad at you when you tell them that you don't like the present or you didn't want it. How is that your fault? Like, I'm not gonna pretend. Like, don't you like the present? No, if I don't want it, why? He's too header, too much chats. No, I already explained that before. I get first messages in one chat, and that's really important to me, which I don't get in the merge chat, so I can't do that. We are not prioritized because we aren't worth as much money. I mean, that is a cool way of putting it. You should look at a gifted horse into the, you shouldn't look a gifted horse into the mouth. Listen, man, not everything that you get is worth having. Oof. Alright, so we have that. Then Control N. New frame. Get rid of these. They are gone. And then these will just move. Okay, so now these are on there. Go on, keep smacking yourself in the head. Doubt it would do any more damage at this. Suspicious user monitoring, highly regarded one. Aha. True story, ask Cakez. Remember when Cakez had herpes? He didn't ask for that. What? Lol, so Twitch pays more than YouTube? Is that because of gifted subs thing? Twitch pays, well, Twitch pays more than YouTube because first and foremost there's more people watching on Twitch. And so the more people you have watching, like you could think about it like this. Number one, Twitch has subscribers and bits, which YouTube doesn't have. YouTube has memberships, but they are not really incentivizing you guys to subscribe. You're already subscribed to the YouTube channel, so you know that I'm live and you're watching. And Twitch has like this subscription thing where you don't get ads, and you also get a really nice badge, which I guess you have on YouTube too. You have subscriber badges, which, you know, the longer you're subscribed or the longer you are a member, the longer, the higher the badge is, essentially, in front of your name. So yeah, like Twitch has these two, and obviously if there's more people watching, the chance is higher that, let's say, on a per hour basis, you get more money because people subscribe or spend bits by being interactive with the stream or interacting with the stream. And so, like, if I had the same amount of viewership on YouTube, maybe that would be different. Because I earn money through ads and through the subscriptions and bits and stuff like that, right? And memberships. And so, you guys watching on YouTube, I earn money from ads a little bit. And on Twitch too. But of course, since there's more people on Twitch, I earn more money through ads. On Twitch than on YouTube. If it was the other way around, which for some people it is, then YouTube would be better for them. YouTube is really bad for live streaming, Immo, from a viewer perspective. It depends. You have a really cool player that allows you to rewind and watch in real time and then watch at twice the speed really quickly to catch up to the live action on stream. You're never actually missing content, even if you're not subscribed and you're not a member and you watch ads, because the ads will just be there and then you watch the stream at twice the speed to catch up back to the live action. It literally pauses the stream for you, which it doesn't do on Twitch. You're missing action on Twitch. Unless I would do what other streamers, you know, some other streamers do, which is I wait for you guys. But I don't like waiting in content, because in my opinion, it just creates this weird break. That like, okay, I could talk about a little bit, but then some people still miss what I'm talking about, right? Or I could just sit in silence, which is like weird as well. You know, I know there's ways to do it, but I just don't like it, so I just don't do it. I just continue and then I upload the VODs to YouTube. You need to actually make a break on what you're doing that is weird, yes. And I don't like doing that, so I just pretend that the ads don't exist. Do not worry, we do not care if we miss some of your words. Yeah, most people don't seem to really care that much. There are some people that do, yeah. But most people are, at this point, they are... die sind daran gewöhnt in English. I like you to play a lot more. I go to Twitch only to interact and chat. Yeah, so Twitch has to chat. Exactly. And YouTube has the player. That's the way it is. Just chill your game with your own ad break. Bro, I don't like that. Like, listen, like, no. Nah, I don't like that at all. Anyways, so, yeah. I also pause on YouTube so that I can skip to reacts and skip the reacts and blabbering too. Bad that most days it's almost the host. Shut the fuck up, asshole. Okay, let's see. So we have our first animation, guys. Which is just one thing here, right? Poof. And I guess we could make another frame where these are on the floor. Now, the question is... And we could maybe rotate this a bit, that would be funny. Nah. I just wanted to rotate that in a way where this party is down. Nah, fuck it. I'm not gonna do that. It's too much work. Alright, so now those two are on the ground. I would like to... And also, I totally forgot. We need to get rid of these. Yeah. Maybe there could be... Yeah, so... Do I do something with this or just remove it? Okay, and then just get rid of this here. Boom. Now we don't have particles, right? Which we could add now. Let's add some black particles.
Am I so out of touch? No.
Mr. Elmido is gifting 1 sub to the community.
Bro, I don't know what to say. Thank you so much, man. For gifting another sub to the community, bro. Oh, shit. Okay. Then... Oh, what the fuck happened here? Seems like I forgot. This doesn't move enough. Let's see, poof. This is not far down enough. Aha. Aha, I just noticed. Okay. Copy this. Paste. And then this is just where I guess this just falls on the ground. Poof. And then this one here is still flying. This is where it gets annoying. Select those two. Copy. Paste. And then over here, I guess we'll just... I don't know. Boom. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay, so now we have these. Good. And I would like to add one more slice in another position. Maybe with the same types of rocks, and then we just change the rocks. So this slice happens here, boom. And at the point where this slice happens, we're gonna add another slice, let's say maybe here. But with different types of rocks. And the way we're gonna make these rocks different is by just scaling them. So we take this rock right here, and we scale it down. Are you dumb? I said scale down, stupid. Yeah, so, like, for example, I think this rock looks cool. And we're just gonna speed run this. There we go. I think that rock looks very nice. Now, put that here. And then another rock. Wait a minute. Yeah? What was this? Hello, Sumo. Let's make that smaller too. Very tiny Kleinstein, essentially. Yeah. Okay, cool. Then maybe we can just stretch that a bit too. So that it doesn't... let's see. I mean... maybe? Ever thought of hiring an actual artist? Watching you cobble together assets that clash worse than oil and water is downright painful. Grain monsters squatting off against cute little oranges. Grim monsters whose brilliant idea was that. It's like you're trying to create a visual migraine. What? What? I can't hear you. Trophy could spend. No, you guys are wrong. You guys are wrong and stupid. It's not an issue. You guys are creating an issue out of a non-issue. You should be hired as DEI consultants. Okay, so wait. How do we do this? Poof. Poof. True, right, Eamon? That one was a good joke, right? Yep. I know. Hey! Oh, man! Fuck you! Oh man, I was creating such a cool frame and in the same. It's fine. I can save it. Okay, we have a question on YouTube. Cakes, do you use Git to keep this project history safe, or are you just doing it on the fly? Yes, I'm using Git. I don't push very often. I know that's a bad thing to do. However, I have not run into many issues, or like barely any issues, doing it that way. But yes, I use Git to make sure that... Also, I want to be able to go back in time in the future and then make a really cool... How do you say that? Like a montage of the different versions of the game that I had when the game is actually finished, and then talk over that, where like I just show the process of the game actually being developed. And I think that will be a lot of fun. So yes, of course I have that, yes. So far, I don't think I'm gonna run into many issues, to be honest. Like, for real. Okay, so now then we have this, poof. Sorry. Sorry. Alright, so this is where the first rock lands. Poof. And this one probably lands too. Or he lands on the next frame. I guess we'll make it land. And I'm just gonna... I should have just stored this in a... I have an idea, guys. Every time... No. Copy this. No, wait. Select this. Paste that here. Go here. No. Go down. Select this. Go up. Paste here. Go down. Go down. Select this. Extract. Go up. Paste. So why do I do this? It allows me to generate cool animations here. Which I can just copy. And I don't have to do that again. See this? Obviously, first I have to keep those two stones. Paste them here. Maybe this one hits the ground now. There you go. And then we can take this animation here. Actually, no, we take this animation here. And we put it here. Poof. Cool. Okay, let's see here. Poof. Poof. Yeah, and then this stone here. Smash that by 1 and move it down, right? Okay, and then copy that. Paste that. Okay. So this rock is done. Poof, poof, poof. Damn, that looks so good. Wow, I'm such a good pixel artist. Holy. Oh no, shit. Sorry. Whoops. Okay. Okay, let's get ourselves another one of these. Cakez, why not use the rocks as particles instead of including them in the animation? As Collector raised this concern, they will move with the golem while falling. No, guys. I appreciate your concern. This will be a separate effect that is the same size or almost the same size as the golem. And I will place the effect in the proper position where the golem is. And then I will just play that effect in place. Poof. Trust me, guys, it will be fine. Okay, so there it is. Now, we get rid of the number 1 layer, and this is what it looks like. Damn! Wow! Look at that! I mean, I don't want to do the same.
Am I so out of touch?
Let's do F3.
No.
Zent12 just subscribed. Big tick support for 13 years.
Mr. Zent. Thank you so much for subscribing. We're right back, going to cook something to eat. Oh man, I'm getting hungry too. You're lying, Inu. I've seen you complain from the start to react to the very end. Dude literally has comments for previous variable values instead of just diffing. He's a git clown. Is this guy stupid or something? I don't know. Can't really tell. I think this guy is just stupid. It's fine though. So guys, should I duplicate this frame one more time? So this is what it looks like now. With the golem. Huh? Guys, from 1 to 10, how much? How much from 1 to 10, guys? Make them bounce at the end? No, these are rocks. They don't bounce. 11 out of 10. Undefined. 6, 7. Okay, so for those of you who say 7, what is wrong? Five out of 10, 5.5, lol boy, 6. Oh, that actually looks pretty good. Yeah, it does, huh? All right, now, let's take a look. Oops. At the frame, the highest frame. Actually, I think I'm just gonna take this. Because I think it's, that would be rocks falling from Rocky. Export. This is 64, but it was 63. Shit. Height. Oh no, that's 65. Like this. Yeah. Okay, time to start it. To open it. Open recent. Rocks falling from Rocky. And how many frames is that even? Holy shit, I made so many frames. 11 frames. Okay. Actually, no, it's 10 frames because the first one doesn't exist, doesn't do anything. So we can delete the first one and then export that, which makes it 10 frames. Yeah, and I think Rocky is 64 by 64 as far as I remember. Alright, now put this here somewhere where it doesn't bother anyone. Here, I guess. Okay, so now we have rocks falling from Rocky. To be honest, I'd rather have this here. Put this somewhere else because I'm not using it. Don't really need it. Don't really care. Let's add this. Let's align it with this guy here. So, cool. Export. It starts with here. Let's add that finally. Okay, cool. That was a long one. Okay, add this here in the assets. It's gonna be a sprite effects. And sprite effect. Rocks falling. Effect sting. Okay, let's begin with the asset offset. The Atlas offset is 704. By 1232. Then the size is 64 by 64. Very nice. The pivot offset is something we're gonna do later, and then 10 frame count. Anything else? No. Good. Now, I want to add this in the game CPP file. We need to make an effect. And then do game state effects.add effect. So we need to add this generic effect. Some stuff is important here, some stuff is not. So for example, render options, I don't think we need those. We don't need scale per second. We don't need bloom strength. We don't need to keep it alive, maybe by 4.2, but I don't think we need to do that. No angle. Layer would be in front of the target layer. Loop duration, no loop duration, but I guess we'll do this over 1 second, but we will probably need both. Let's do 0.7. The timer is not needed, animation index is not needed, no size, no thing. The center is important. That is get center from the target. Material is not important, sprite is important. We have that here. Of course, I love Vim. Fuck you, Vim. Type, target ID doesn't really matter. So this is the effect in the game. There we go, guys. Oh, I have step debugging on, of course. We have to restart the game, unfortunately, for this, because we added in a new sprite effect. Make the bone staff? Not now, bro. There's also no force. They should shatter in all directions, not just drop. They do shatter. Like, oh man, I just don't understand why. I just don't understand why people are so stupid. Like, oh my god. A rock, like there is force. Like, dude, listen. Oh shit. Listen. So here's the force. Poof. The force is to the left and to the right. Here too. Poof. You see this? Poof, poof. Poof. And then a rock is heavy. A rock falls down. Like, why am I even engaging with this? Who cares? So, let's move on. I really need to fix that. It keeps opening on the wrong screen. It should open up here. Thankfully, we don't have to open it that much. Maybe I'll be able to fix it on the weekend. Okay, so let's build a really cool party here. Wow, I can place 4. But only because his price is not adjusted yet. So this is what I wanted to do. Then give myself enough for the explosive arrow. All the units can get explosive arrow, and the Tangy healers are gonna heal. There you go. Hopefully that is enough to heal these guys. Looks to me that it is. Okay. Boss is slowly dying. Let's see. Oh! Did anybody see something?
Did anybody see something? Did anybody see something? Did anybody see something?
All the work and barely noticeable. Wait a minute, okay? Give me a second. Okay. If it's a boss, if it's not a boss, then wait. Let's test this. So now the boss no longer gets It is how it is, you know, guys. It is how it is. It's how it is, you know. Whatever. I said in chat probably 30 minutes ago that it won't be noticeable. Guys, I will make it more noticeable, but again, it doesn't matter. So now we wasted a bunch of time on an effect that no one could see. It's okay. A React would have been more productive. React would have been more productive. You know what, guys? It's fine. It's a little bit underwhelming, yeah. Can you make a live dev feature where you dev and changes are instant on chat's machine so we can balance the game around fun very fast with quick feedback? I think that would be interesting, Cakez. That's not possible because I'm making the game through Steam. So Steam decides how fast you get the changes. I can, for example, I can push an update for you guys. Let's say you are playing right now and you're watching the stream. Then I can tell you that I just pushed an update. And then you can take that update and download it. But I can't update like that. Like, how would that work, right? What is Steam delay? Yeah, well, Steam offers you a new download. So you would have to close the application in Steam and then restart and download the new. Yeah, essentially like that. Holy heck, is that God mod? That seems a bit stressful to have to go through when setting up your defenders. That's it. What do you mean? Setting up defenders God mode? I don't understand what that means. Setting up the units in a way where they don't die? Who cares? Ah, since Steam doesn't have automatic updates, you have to start them manually yourself. No, I mean, you can have automatic updates on Steam, but you can't hot reload the changes while you're in the game on Steam. So, like, the only thing that I could potentially do, which I don't even know if that works, is have a JSON file on a server somewhere that you connect to through the internet, and that JSON file is treated as loading in the enemy data, but to a degree only, because I could only change existing data. And then it would download this JSON file always. It would always ask the server every, I don't know, couple of minutes Why would I do that? Because, like, I would literally change the game while you're playing it. Good idea instead of... No, I don't think that's a good idea. Because the game would require internet access to be played. And it's a single player game. So that doesn't make any sense. In my opinion. You know. So, nah. Tell that to Ubisoft? Yeah. Tell that to Ubisoft, I know. Well, I'm a little bit sad right now because the effect isn't that noticeable, really. Like, I have to be honest with you guys, I'm a little bit sad. I spent so much time on this effect, and then it doesn't even look that great. I mean, it is how it is, I guess. You win some, you lose some. But we have the effect now, and I guess it's done. Which means that leaves us to just implement the knockback ability to test whether that would feel good or not. Uh-oh. Yeah, and I need to, like, somehow have a better visualization of which unit I'm selecting. You can't really tell which one it is at the moment, so the selected unit should be a bit brighter than the other units or something else. Maybe there should be an arrow on the unit that I selected, especially when there's a bunch of units around it. Why don't you just place one healer in the corner, healing itself instead of letting all your units get hit? You think that would work? Let's see. Think she might die. Yeah, I need 2 healers to do that. Probably. 2 healers healing themselves. Ooh. Wait. Bro. That's not even enough. Maybe? Barely. Maybe 3 healers. Yeah. Yeah, I just saw a glimpse of the stone monster throwing a fireball or something, and all of your defenders went up in flames. Yeah, this is a meteor strike that the guy does. Okay, now we kinda need to nerf these guys. Because they have a little bit... I kinda don't want to nerf them, because I don't know if... It looks like they are dying. If I have mages on my team and slow them, they are almost dead. They're almost dying. I can almost kill them. And so you would have a stronger team by the point this guy spawns. Yeah. HP bar on separate layer that is always on top Cakez. Oh, you mean this? Yeah. Like, that is my own fault. The HP bar should always be on top. Why is he attacking the furthest enemies? That is a mechanic, a boss mechanic from World of Warcraft. Have you ever played an MMORPG push? And have you ever had a mechanic where the boss would attack the furthest away target? With like a charge? Or something like that? Yeah, played Silk Road. Yeah, something like that. So this is how it works. And there will be more abilities like that in the future. Can you play through the game up to the point where he would spawn so you know what strength your team expect to balance it against? I cannot at the moment. Because I'm not there yet. Meaning I need to generate more rounds and playtest some more. So I do have a round 1, but I have other rounds that are not balanced enough yet. So I need to play a lot more to balance those rounds. What round is this boss? I don't even know yet. Round 20 is too early, so he needs to be much later, maybe round 40 or something. I do have a couple of rounds that are interesting, but I need to generate more. And I'm currently toying with the idea of having per level rounds, meaning each different level will have their own set of enemies and their own spawn system. And I all manage this through this level editor here. So on the left I will have a list of all the units spawning in saved to the level, and then I can generate different types of levels. Because what I do notice about me playing Bloons, and I don't know why a lot of... well, we'll have to see. Sounds like 1 plus 1 year dev time. No, like generating those rounds is not difficult. And you saw, how long did I take for this boss? Like this week? On day 1 of this week, we added in ghosts. And then starting on day 2, I worked on the boss. And if you don't count yesterday, it's been 3 days of me working on the boss. Minus, of course, drawing the boss. That took 3 days too. So about 6 days of drawing the boss. And then another 3 days drawing the boss and 3 days programming the boss at the moment. So that's not that much, to be honest. This highly regarded one is really annoying, you know? Focus on tweaking variables and playing around fun parameters rather than adding new content. Yeah, so like I do that, right? I do that. I've been trying to tweak a lot, like this round a lot. So for example, this guy right here with 1 upgrade is enough to beat this level or this round. And then round 2 as well, as far as I know. Yeah, he leaks 3 units. But I could spawn another one and then there wouldn't be any leaks. Yes. Like this is kind of balanced already. And these guys have maybe this ability. Yeah, I don't know if I will spawn this bar for these small bosses. I'd say 1 to 2 years remaining. There is still a lot of time that I need to work on the game, yes. But I think I have one of the most difficult parts behind me, which is a ginormous rework of all of the systems in the game to a point where I feel confident and comfortable with where the game is at, system-wise. There will still be some rework in the systems. No, not another rework. That's what I'm saying. There will most likely be reworks in the future, but not groundbreaking reworks. Like, I don't know. Like, a lot of systems are ironed out. And that's what I mean. Like, the most difficult part about that has already been done, thankfully. So, yeah. Let's see, let's spawn this guy. And it feels kind of polished to play. Not like before. Like, for example, let's talk about the system that I ironed out, which is this line of sight system here. Before, sometimes the unit would already attack, even though the unit was still behind the tree. And then it would shoot into the tree, stuff like that. And then the projectiles would fly into the tree. Stuff like that. Yeah, so like, yeah. Yeah. Looks good. With everything I heard, I think it's pretty likely that it's 3+ years. The balancing is gonna take a really long time. We'll have to see. And also, let's say I work on the game for 3 more years. I will work on another game before that. And I will have released this game to Steam way beforehand. So let's say it will be early access on Steam much earlier than, let's say, I say that this game is finished. It doesn't mean that the game is done the moment I put it on Steam and then I don't work on it anymore. Obviously, if the game doesn't get any sales and it's completely dead in the water, which I don't think it will be, then of course, then I'll be like, okay, so is it really worth to spend my time and effort in the game if I could work on another game and then just say, okay, well, I tried my best, it didn't work out, I'm just gonna make a new game. It all depends, right? I'm losing. Oh wow, this guy kills me. Yeah, because he deals 100 damage. He's supposed to deal 10. This is supposed to be 10, but let's turn this to 20. I think they have been weak, a little bit too weak. You have a fucking Twitch chat advantage. By then, Bloon City 7 will be out. With all this and more? I don't think so, no. Are the HP bars oranges? Orange health bars over units? Or are they near each other? What the fuck? No. Wait a minute. Okay, so... let's see here. Cool. Finally getting to this. Finally getting to this. There we go. I wanted to read an article, guys. We are still discussing, and that's why I also have it in the title, that custom game engines are... essentially, it's like this. We talked about how Unreal Engine is the new target engine for a lot of AAA companies. So, for example, Bethesda, who use their own engine to make to make Skyrim, they are now using Unreal Engine to make The Elder Scrolls 6. And much earlier, 2 years ago actually, the developers of Witcher 3, CD Projekt Red, which I hold in great regard, is also switching over to Unreal Engine for another Witcher game, the next one. And you can get the impression that a lot of AAA studios are switching over, which is not the case. We talked about this. They're still From Software. But there's also a viewer in chat who worked on a custom engine. And the viewer is the Crypta. He was working on a custom engine in this company, the previous company that he worked at, and their goal was to basically rebuild Unity as an interface in C++ with their own in-house tech and engine, so that when someone comes into the company, they have the more or less the interface of Unity to work with, but in your own engine, so that you can still basically do anything you want to, and you're not limited by the engine itself. Like, for example, Unity has limitations and Unreal Engine has limitations. You can do everything you want to. Like, for example, you could potentially build Noita, right? Which is probably not possible in Unity or Unreal Engine, but with the interface of Unity. And so he linked me their blog post where they are building the ultimate mobile game engine, Starlight. And I found this very interesting because they're going into detail on how they try to tackle this problem. And I thought it would be interesting to talk about this in the context of the AAA companies who all had their own engines, right? They had, again, the Red engine for CD Projekt Red, and then Skyrim that is used, and you could use the creation kit of Skyrim yourself if you wanted to make mods. And that is obviously then just launching the creation kit, which is the in-house engine they built for Skyrim. And yeah, so let's see here. I think this is what it looks like here on the left, and you can see that this looks like the inspector, or maybe this is the inspector, and you can probably drag these windows. And then on the left it looks like there is, yeah, like the playground, right? The game. And in the middle here you can see the all familiar 3 buttons with play, pause and stop, stuff like that. And then on the bottom here you can see the console. Very nice. This is not the editor GUI. No, this is Unity. This is not the editor GUI. Wait, so this is actually Unity?
Why do you display Unity when this article is showing your in-house engine? Talking about your in-house engine, bro.
Got pranked? I actually got pranked. Yeah. Take STL, slap ECS on top. Voila, yet another engine. Ask the stupid marketing people to making the post. Okay, fine. So apparently this is actually Unity, but I'm pretty sure we're gonna see their editor. Let's see. I hope this is big enough for you guys. TLDR, making our game engine Starlight. Okay, why we did it and the impressive results. So this is basically, or hopefully speaking about hiring someone. If you're out of talent in your company, people leave, people come. It's always, how do you call that? There's always traction. You know, there's never going to be one team to rule them all. Okay, just like in the Fellowship of the Ring. You disband and then you get new people. So that means you need to onboard new people, and if they already know Unity and your engine behaves like Unity, then it's much faster. The process is much quicker. And that's the reason for doing this. So let's see here. I need some water before I start though. It's really... Attrition. Is it called attrition? Really? What does attrition mean? Attrition is like Durchgang oder so? If this game didn't sell, I'd keep the code and reskin it with a completely new idea / story. If the game doesn't sell, then I will... Oh my god, this fucking thing. Then I would probably just make a Survivor's clone. A Survivor's clone with the handling of where the mouse determines where you shoot at. So like a Survivor's clone with the mouse. That uses the mouse. It's like the organic change of staff due to people leaving a company. Okay, so that's called attrition. All god devs have fucked up names. How the hell do you say CRT? Yeah, so I'm just gonna call this guy Crystal. So let's see here. I'm Crystal, and I'm a principal software engineer. And I'm a principal software engineer at Outfit 7. I've been with the company since 2016. Damn, that's a long time. Since then, I've implemented several systems to facilitate the development of games and art. In this blog post, I'll dive into Starlight, our proprietary game engine and editor. I'll tell you... I need to ban someone really quickly. Give me a second, okay? I'm gonna find you. I'm gonna find you! Just wait. You're lucky. You're actually lucky because I can't find you in chat. You're so lucky you didn't write a message for a long time. Really lucky, bruh. Alright, okay. Let's see. In this blog post, I'll dive into Starlight, our proprietary game engine and editor. I'll tell you why we made it and how it affected the game development, as well as other areas of game production. The engine was written in C++ using many open source libraries. Haha. While the editor was written in C#. Huh, interesting. Why would you merge the two languages? So we have the advantage of having someone here in chat that actually worked on this or worked with this. So the Crypto, can you comment on this? Why you have written the editor in C# and not just in C++ too? That is interesting, because C# is superior. Yeah, I don't know about that, my friend, you know. Because it was much easier for game devs to create and extend editor tools. Wow, so your game devs could just jump into the C# code, change the editor, because C# was faster to work with, instead of C++ here. And then how would that work? I guess, I wonder if it's explained further down below, but was it like this, where the editor itself is its own program? And then the editor is just loading in the C++ executable into itself and then displaying that? Or how does that work? And then if you're building the executable, the moment it's built again, you're just updating what the executable shows you. Yeah, the editor was isolated from the engine. It communicated with the engine through the TCP sockets. Oh, wow. Okay. What does that mean? It was communicating with the engine through the TCP sockets. Too 5-head for little cakes? That's actually too 5-head for me, bruh. Like, this sounds like you're going to the internet, you know? Hey, you know, give me some engine data here. It was client server? I know that it was client server, but I don't know what that means. It's like, okay, so your C++ engine. But what if you want to work on the engine? I don't understand. What if you want to change the engine? You build the engine again, and then the editor just sees the updated engine in real time, or how does that work? And the engine is located on a server? The engine was a C++ project, so you had to build it, yeah. And so once the C++ project was built, I don't understand that. Okay. Is it explained further down below? Cakez, the engine is C++. The editor is like a separate tool that contacts the engine and tells it what to do. Over TCP servers. But isn't that bad? Isn't that slow? It's a headache and slow. Maybe read the article. Okay, so we're gonna read the article because I'm getting lost here. You know, so this is what is this. This is Starlight. Okay, so it actually looks exactly like Unity. You have the inspector to the right, you have the play buttons on top, then you have the scene and the game, and on the left you have the scene tree, the whatever that's called, you know, the scene tree. Yeah. And then on the bottom you have your assets. Yeah, that's exactly like Unity. That's awesome. Example of the editor and engine running. In the center, we are capturing the game's output to a 2D texture within the editor with 0 delay. Okay. Interesting. Aha. A brief history. It all started a few years ago when we It all started a few years ago when we at Outfit 7 were developing My Talking Hank. Okay. We weren't satisfied with the solutions Unity offered at the time, version 5, since many things didn't work and required workarounds, leading to increased development time and frustration among developers. So this is what Dev Spudges talks about all the time, where he has issues with Unity UI, and he would like to have more freedom with this, but he needs to use the UI system of Unity. So probably the only workaround here is you make your own UI. Or something. You work with Unity directly, which is a bit annoying. So anyways, we decided to tackle the problem with a solution of our own. Within a few months, we created a prototype of the engine. We already had experience working on engines, so we knew what we were getting into. I wonder, Decryptor. Ah, yeah, so you weren't the mastermind behind the engine. That's what I was gonna ask. So it was already there when you joined the team, it looks like. Or you worked mostly with the engine. I worked with the engine and created tools for it. Okay, I see. So it's interesting. I wonder if he goes into this, why they split this apart and didn't create just one engine. It's interesting. But okay. Using our prototype, we made a... Let's see. Using our prototype, we made a My Walking Hand proof of concept, demonstrating that our engine was significantly faster. I mean, you know, I'm pretty sure most engines are significantly faster than Unity than other commercially available engines. And so Starlight was born. Let's take a look at how we made the engine, the challenges we encountered, and the result of comparison with other engines. Cool. Oh. Nice, I like that. Starlight engine is written in C++ for cross-platform development, Windows, Mac OS and Linux. Okay, I wonder how you did that. Probably just SDL? Or something? SFML? What did you guys use? Its runtime supports iOS, Android and WebGL, as well as the 3 desktop platforms mentioned above. Aha, yeah, SDL2. Yeah, that makes sense. Architecture. Starlight, okay, let's see. Starlight uses 2 concepts to handle all the high-level logic. Managers and singletons. Okay, managers such as the resource manager are determined during the initialization process and are ordered. The order can be changed according to the project. They can also be overwritten to implement custom logic. Aha, okay, so the resource manager can be overridden. I wonder how. Meanwhile, singletons such as log are static. Yeah, I mean, why would you change the logging, right? They have no inheritance and have predefined initialization points. Singletons simplify access points and make code very readable. This really sped up the onboarding for new developers and front-end feature implementation times. Okay, and shortened feature implementation times. How? Like a singleton is basically just something that has one instance. So you just call log.log, and log is the singleton bundle. That means you can't build another instance of log. You can just use the functions it provides. Basically a static singleton. Yeah, that's always in memory. Okay. Simpleton wouldn't understand a singleton. By the way, guys, thank you very much for following. RNS Code, Trolla, Dur, Papai, and Arut. Thank you, guys. Welcome. I'm a bit confused by that. I wonder if he goes into a little bit more of an example here. So to me, a singleton is just, yeah, it's always in memory, right? Like a static variable. Okay, cool. The architecture proved to be easy to understand and implement, so it was something we used for projects built with Starlight as well. Okay. Starlight used a bunch of open source libraries, including BGFX for rendering. This reduced the development time significantly. Oh yeah, I can see why. Since the library provided a ton of functionality that would normally take a long time to get working correctly. For example, yes, interfacing with different rendering APIs like OpenGL and DirectX. And more importantly, allowing you to use their API functions. For example, let's say you want to draw a quad. You will just call the BGFX way of drawing a quad instead of making your own, which is really cool. Awesome. And so that's what I would do too, by the way. If I were to make an engine really fast and I wanted to be cross-platform, and let's say I want to make a game in 1 month in C++, I would probably use SDL2 and then some form of graphics library, or maybe just Raylib altogether. Just Raylib, so I only have one library. We'll have to see. I don't know about the extent to which you can utilize Raylib. I know that you can work with shaders in Raylib, but I don't know what the extent is, right? How far can you program in it? But yeah, I would probably go to Raylib and then just try to use everything with that. Raylib is kind of garbage to high level. Well, you would have to see. Let's say a simple 2D game in C++. What do you need? How much do you need? Maybe additive blending, maybe bloom, maybe lighting. Very basic lighting techniques. I'm pretty sure you can do that with Raylib. You probably wouldn't need anything else. And then you get to cross-platform from Raylib 2, which is awesome, right? Or you use SDL2 or SDL3 when you have more shader options and graphical, how do you say that, possibilities. Because right now SDL2 is kind of meh. Have you ever tried IDE from JetBrains? No, I have not, Pontescu. And let's see. BGFX is great, by the way. It's doing cross-platform and scalable things. Can save you years, probably. SDL2 is much better. If you want the most out of 2D, use SDL2 plus Skia. Is SDL2 lower level? I thought they're similar. So, I don't know about this actually, because Coffee Lava is using SDL2 and he told me he can't use shaders. So, he only has basic drawing techniques available to him. And hello Yova, good morning.
Oh.
SDL is much lower. Well, I don't know. Like, I would have to use it myself, but I could just go by what he told me. Which got me a bit confused in more platforms. Well, okay, anyways, let's move on. Our goal was to build a minimal API that would expose the functionalities of these libraries as well as our own and teach game developers how to use it. We didn't want to bloat the API in such a way that developers could horribly misuse the API, since this often promotes bad coding practices and is also harder to maintain. We had some pushback on that front, but in the end it proved to be a wise decision because developers produced better code and learned to understand why the API was made in the way it was. Starlight also uses prefab systems, so the prefabs from Unity, right, as well as prefabs within prefabs, found in many other commercial engines. It also uses component-based architecture such as those used in Unity. For example, okay, one of the best parts of Starlight is its asset and resource system. Compared to other publicly available engines, our solution loads and instantiates assets 10 times faster than the other ones. Wow, 10 times more. 10 times or more faster. Our solution loads and instantiates assets 10 or more times faster. The main component is our in-place build system. The main component is our in-place build system. I didn't understand anything. He's not explaining it very well, but he's just saying what it does, but okay, is he not going to go into detail on how it works? Let's see. The in-place build system. Okay, let's see this. Maybe just words without data. Yeah, we'll have to see, right? Most engines choose to implement their build system through some sort of reflection. Then they transfer the variables and data through the reflection during runtime, since it makes it easier to maintain and edit on the fly. Well, or you have hot code reloading, you know, where your game is a dynamically loaded library that is loaded by the engine. And then you can change your game in real time. This process takes time. Okay, but this process takes time. Instead, we opted for an in-place build system, which meant that we would build the data once for each platform and then just memory copy during runtime, fixing the pointers within that memory. This is an extremely fast operation, but it requires careful engine design. What does that mean? It basically means when you instantiate a prefab, it doesn't have to deserialize it. It loads it directly from memory. Wait, so you're telling me that in Unity, when you have a prefab, the prefab is just a reference to something on the disk that it needs to load from the disk, aka it needs to open a file, or it has a file open already, then index into that file at a certain byte offset, read that string of bytes by the size the prefab tells you, and then it loads in or grabs that data into memory allocated because you just instantiated this prefab, and that memory allocated then has all of this data, which then needs to be properly placed into all of the possible slots. I think it's loads it from RAN, but it still has to deserialize it. Yes, that's why instantiating in Unity is slow. So essentially, instantiating means that it has a container of data, and this container of data is probably packed, which means deserialization is you only have the data and then you plug your first data point and you put it in the transform on X. And then the next data point, you put it in the transform on Y. And, or maybe it just stores the vector, then it takes the vector transform, puts it here. Then rotation transform puts it here. Right? JSON versus having memory directly, yeah. Something like this. And your engine just loads it all on program start. But that would mean your engine is quite slow when it starts, right? Is that correct? It does need that time in the beginning. Because I'm pretty sure you guys have to store these prefabs in a way as well. Or it does that on the first prefab load. But that would be bad. I think that would create a spike. That would work for mobile games, I guess, but not for desktop games. I bet Zoe can read better than you. Shut the fuck up, bitch. Fuck you, asshole. Gotta go now. Have a nice weekend. Well, yeah, you too, lolboy. Thank you so much for joining, man. Thank you. Welcome. Welcome. Have a good weekend, bro. Impossible for big games? Well, let's read on. We had to create our own data structure containers such as list, array and hash map, among others, to support the tracking of data allocation and reallocation during the build. This was necessary in order to keep track of every pointer created. The new operator was overloaded as well, so we could identify what needed fixing during runtime. We also had to, you were using new and delete in your runtime. I'm not a big fan of that, but I guess to each their own, right? I don't like using new and delete at all. I'd rather just have my own memory allocator and then just call new once and delete once in the entire program. Or maybe like 2 or 3 times, but that's about it. We did have our own demalloc. We also had to make sure 32-bit and 64-bit platforms could read the same data layout. So everything had to be wrapped within our structures. So let's say you wanted to have a long that doesn't exist in 32-bit systems. You had to make your own, right? Okay. The system had a few advantages. Okay, let's see. Object instantiation was basically free, requiring just a memory copy and pointer fixing. There was no need for pools of objects, since taking objects from pools took about the same amount of time as instantiating a new object. Okay, but I guess you would always use some data for the new object, right? You would have to allocate data. So, or you had like like you probably didn't have, I don't know, an array of 1,000 slots, and then you had only 50 filled, and then when you added in a new unit, you would just fill in another slot, right? You didn't have that, so you would malloc or demalloc new memory there, right? Switching scenes was nearly instantaneous. Okay, cool. However, there was also a few downsides. Okay, let's see here. Data for a scene/prefab had to be rebuilt every time something changed. Okay. Yes, because if the data layout changes, then you need to flush the memory to reflect that data layout again. Otherwise, the memory is pointing to wrong data. It was hard to debug when something went wrong. For example, data did not rebuild properly. Okay, whenever we wanted to support a new data structure container, we had to make our own implementation for it. It required a different system for transferring data from to the engine when working with the editor. More on that later. Okay, overall, the in-place build was one of the main advantages of Starlight, and it showed in the performance of the game. Of the games we built with it. Okay, let's see. So this is essentially how it works, right? We have the editor view, Starlight editor. Library, C#, Starlight Editor, C++, Engine Bindings, Library Editor, Game Editor Extensions, Library Editor, Game Editor, Editor App, Game Package. I don't understand this at all. Like, does anyone understand this? From you guys? Do you understand this, guys? The game app has the engine, the Starlight UI, and the Starlight physics. And the game code uses libraries 1, 2, 3 game codes. And then reflection plus other goodies. Of course. I don't understand this. I'm too stupid. Especially like this part here, like how this works together. Because it says that the Starlight editor is C++ and C#. Maybe this is just too far-fetched for me. I don't understand this. He's describing how the game and editor communicate. What? By placing a blue arrow here? That doesn't describe anything at all, bro. It's just a blue arrow. Huh? So the yellow box is how the editor is structured. The yellow box? Oh, this one here. Yeah. It consists of a C# editor library that calls into I'mGUI crap through the engine bindings. And a Starlight editor is also a separate project, which is an editor written in C++. Can someone explain that to me? Like, why not just make this all in C++? I don't understand this. Like, you can build something like I'mGUI in C++ quite fast. Because C# is superior and the game tells it what the current variables are. The editor injects itself into the game, probably. What do you mean by injects itself? To be fair, the only graphs that Cakez understands are the ones drawn in Paint. Because the game side can also use C# to extend the editor. So why not write the editor GUI with C#? What? I don't understand this at all. Like, I would probably need to see code examples. What does it mean, the editor? The game can extend the editor. How does that even work? The game shouldn't even know about the editor, right? So, like, for me, this doesn't make any sense. I have a game here, right? And I have an editor in the game. And then I click on something. That's the game knows about this. Me moving this, that's the game understanding that I click the mouse here. And I happen to land on a tree. Sorry that the game runtime, but when developing the game inside the editor, you can create C# scripts that extend the editor inside the game project. The editor is a mod. You have an editor built in, but it could be separate loading the game DLLs. So that's what I'm asking. Like, how is the game... How is it accessing the game and how is it changing the game? Because... Like, the game needs to work with scripts, right? So the game needs to... If the game functionality is programmed in C++ and you program in C++ in your editor, then you need to rebuild the game. You need to rebuild that library, that game DLL. Or that engine DLL. I don't know, like, how... Like, okay, so the engine is either an executable or a DLL. One of the two. And so now you're loading in the engine. And you're loading in these functions from the engine. So, like, wait, I need to understand this. Because I'm totally confused. I'm totally confused. It doesn't make any sense to me. What you have here on the left is the engine. And that is a DLL, let's say. And then over here, we have the editor. And that is loading in the engine DLL. And then it can call the functions from the engine DLL from the editor, from within the editor. And the editor itself is writing a game DLL in green. Or it's writing a game.executable. That needs, it needs this here to function. This needs it. Right, so the editor, the compiler is writing the executable. So then what is the editor displaying? The editor is writing the scenes or the game. So the editor is not doing this. The editor is writing... It is writing like a .scene file. So for example, test... Sorry. .scn, that would be a scene. And then this scene file also says like, okay, so these are the assets that I use, right? So that would be, you know, the assets. Stuff like that and more. This is what the editor writes. Okay, and then how does the editor display the game? When you make a code change, so let's say you make a code change, the editor writes code. That's gotta be C++ code. Okay, alles klar. Danke. So, like... We write C++ code here in the editor. This needs to be built into the engine. The scene doesn't load, doesn't have the C++ code, does it? Or does the scene hold the C++ code in a way? And then the game or the engine just loads the scene, which in turn has C++ code in it? So like, what's happening with the C++ code here? How does that get into the engine, into the scene, or into the engine? The scene is raw data, no code. Yeah, so then where's the C++ code coming that you write in the editor? Where is that merged into the notability? It gets compiled. So I told you guys. So the editor writes the game's executable. The editor calls the compiler to compile the game into an executable. So the editor does compile then. This is the weird part. It's not so simple. I'm currently figuring out the same thing for my own engine currently. The editor is the editor. It doesn't compile. The editor doesn't compile at all, bro. What are you talking about? You stupid.
Yeah, then how does it work with the collector of stuff?
Scenes have the raw data and tells the game editor what to load. Editor does compile. See, that's what I mean. The editor needs to compile. Otherwise it doesn't make sense, bruh. Told you. I told you. Okay, so it does make sense. So we do write the game's executable, or let's say, I don't know, a game DLL, and we have an engine executable. I don't know. Maybe it's a DLL, maybe not. And the editor is C#. That is able to load, obviously, DLL files that are created using C++. And when you load a DLL file, you'll also get all of the functions that you can then call. Sorry, this is an F. Functions. The editor is C#, yes. Okay, cool. I think I'm starting to understand. Obviously, I still don't understand the server stuff, the TSN, you know, TCP, whatever. That's a bit odd. But okay, fine. Let's move on, right? So we don't have to understand everything. Each asset in Starlight has a unique ID, here a 16-byte integer that's unique within the project. We have several types of assets, with the most common ones being a scene prefab, mesh, animation, texture, font, shader, and data. Aha, interesting, just data. Assets can be linked by their unique ID within the components. The field linking to the assets can be annotated in code so that it doesn't preload the asset when the prefab is loaded. Aha. This greatly simplifies memory management and asset organization. Dependencies of the assets are figured out during the build time, so assets not used in the game are never included. Aha, okay, the loading of such assets is taken care by the engine as well as it loads all the required dependencies. Our game developers never need to worry about whether something is included in the build, or if something is taking up too many resources, it could just be marked as non-preload and then manually loaded after. Let's see here, I want to read this again. The loading of such assets is taken care of by the engine, as well as it loads all required dependencies. Okay, so how does that work? The dependencies of the assets are figured out during the build time. I wonder. C# is only used for the editor GUI and extensions, basically only editor scripting. In comparison, engines like Unity do not support this. The closest approximation would be Unity's resources folder, which you can dynamically load through string-based addressing, okay? But everything in the resource folder is included in the build, so you're forced to use asset bundles, which sometimes work in mysterious ways. I don't understand how that, like, it would be cool if he made literally one example. Like, one example. So let's say you create a scene and you have... Let's say you create a scene and you have, let's say, an image in the scene and, I don't know, font in the scene. Text and an image, like a sprite. And that's in the scene. That's all. Now, would be cool if he explained, okay, so these have the unique IDs. What would that mean, don't load? How would the compiler know? It's a bit odd. They definitely did not build their own compiler for this. I don't see them talking about this at all. Starlight uses a component system. What is that? Component-based system to drive game logic. It has components like the mesh renderer, the animator, physics body. Ah, so these are components that you can put on game objects. This has proven to work in other engines as well, including Unity. Yeah, so essentially just components, right? Rendering. Okay, so the BGFX library under the hood is used to render everything. I want to check this out. I've never seen this before, actually. Before today. Do we have some good pictures here? Ooh, yeah, look at this. Nice. Oh, wow. Okay, it has physics-based rendering. Oh, wow, that looks cool. Crown. Wow, Off-Road Legends. Like, take a look at this, guys. That looks very nice. Cool. Damn. And then there's also some material. Okay, that's what someone else built. Cool. This guy built an editor as well. Very nice. Very, very nice. Oh, this is the typical sponsor scene, you guys. Wow, looks really delicious. Look at the floor. Damn. Cool. Oh my god. I can't believe it. No way! Gothic and Gothic 2, the re-implementation is using this. There we go. There we go. Cakes is sold on the library. Yeah. Damn. Oh wow, that looks cool too. Very nice. Wow, so many examples. Cool. under the hood to render everything. We had to implement our own layer of covering our data into data that BGFX accepts, as well as the order of operations and renders. By default, we now use multi-threaded rendering, since modern mobile devices have multiple CPU cores, meaning there are no real drawbacks anymore. Starlight supports particle systems, skin mesh rendering, and blend shapes, font rendering, and UI rendering, amongst other things. So interesting. UI rendering is just rendering. It's a bit odd. Like, for me, I made my own engine. Maybe I think about this differently. Maybe the common term is that UI rendering is something special. UI rendering is literally just rendering the game in its own image. And then once that image is completely rendered, you layer that on top of your game. So it's like a new layer in Photoshop, right? You have your game layer at the very bottom. This is where you draw the game, blop, 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 blop. And then the UI is just a layer on top. Poof. That's essentially what UI is, right? Yeah, just render into the last, or you can render at last too, that works as well. But then oftentimes you have issues with blending. And you have difficulty scaling. You can, there's multiple ways. Very capable, though we had to develop lots of tools on top to make it really useful for artists and so on. Okay, animation. Starlight uses the Oz library for animation workloads. It has proven to be very good, as the animations are heavily compressed and it's definitely parallelized. We also ended up porting this library to Unity, which helped reduce animation sizes. However, we still need a separate blog for that topic. Okay, so I'm not gonna go into animation. Magic animation in the game, okay? So like, yeah, I have not tackled 3D animation at all, so yeah. Sound, ooh, that's difficult for me too. I'm still working on that. For sound, we used several different implementations. Currently, we're using Solo Sound or So Loud. Okay, So Loud. An open source library, we added support for audio mixers. For example, audio mixers with a similar interface for Unity's audio mixers. However, we also added support for custom audio implementations from project side, such as for more device, as our audio artists wanted more control over the playback. Just a question, Decryptor, how many people have you had working on this? Seems like you had quite a few if you have audio artists. That's crazy. Better use, they wanted more control. They wanted more control over the playback and better user experience while making the sounds. I started learning C++ a few weeks ago, and I'm starting my computer science degree in a few months. Any tips? Keep programming next to university. Make some cool projects. And maybe we had one guy in chat here who made a tower defense game called Crystal Guardians. Google that. And as part of his computer science degree, and he's now writing his bachelor's degree, correct me if I'm wrong, Mr. Who Am I, over his game. He sold his game, made quite a lot of money to support him for a year, 1 or 1.5 years, if he's very sparingly he spends the money. And so he made money going to university, essentially, by making his own game, selling his own game, and programming on the side. It's really cool. And maybe you can do that too, and then, you know, use that to write your own bachelor's degree and, you know, stuff like that. I think that's smart. Tetris is not in your program in a second. What? I assume they mean the same. They see the UI as a different layer and different type of objects which come with its own coordinate system based on screen instead of world coordinates. Yeah, like I have that too. Yeah. Setem, thank you very much for following. Alright, okay, let's continue here. Performance, that one is interesting. Game logic is written in C++ and the engine as well, okay, allowing us to customize data structures and where memory allocations occur, as well as avoid inefficient access patterns, meaning that the performance in general is very good. We use a reference counting system, so like smart pointers in a way, your own smart pointers, to track pointers and objects that game developers don't have to track things like memory allocations. The syntax is very similar to C#. Yeah, I mean, smart pointers essentially, right? I'd rather use arrays and pre-allocate, I think, for a typical game, unless you have something that is really large, and even then, I would pre-allocate this data and then just don't worry about allocations at all. Just memory, just array slots, and that's it. But yeah, that's just preference, and we'll have to see how well that scales in my own game. Once I have more data to prove that I'm not stupid and crazy, then we can talk more about this. Starlight outperforms other commercial engines by 10 to 20% in most areas. Okay, I thought it would be more, actually. This is because it's built primarily for mobile devices and such. The focus has always been on performance and non-generic solutions. Crazy that you spend so much time on making your own, but you only have 10 to 20% increase? I thought it would be like 5 times, 10 times faster or something. Okay. Application size. Application size is also something we wanted to optimize as much as we could, so our games are smaller compared to other engines. That's good. The extent of reduction depends on the game's content, but the percentage is usually around 25%. Okay, I thought it would be much more as well. So for example, if I make a game in Unity, I can't really tell, I forgot, but I think it was like a gigabyte. Let's see, let's take a look at small Unity games. This game's made in Unity. Core defense, simple tower defense game, not very high fidelity graphics. You need... Okay, so 300 megabytes. It's not actually that big. I think it was Unity, I'm pretty sure it was. Guys, do you know a small game that is made in Unity that doesn't have much space? A small Unity game. Oh, I know one. I know a good game. The Obesity Simulator. Made... Oh wait, was it made in Godot, Mr. Shade11? Maybe it was made in Godot, 50 megabytes. Oof, I don't remember. Game Maker? Okay, god damn it. Alright, let's see. Vampire Survivors is made in Unity. Yeah, I know. Let's take that then. Vampire Survivors. Is it me or is YouTube stream stuttering? I've never seen that before. Can you guys tell me on YouTube if the YouTube stream is stuttering? That would suck, actually. Unity does not take that much space. Let's see here. 1 gigabyte. No, actually, 600 megabytes. To be honest, I have to say, Core Defense uses 193 megabytes. You have the game, yeah? So, looking at these numbers, a 25% decrease. Well, from 300 down to 250 or something. I don't know about that. Like, my game zipped is 44 megabytes. Guys, I think we can argue here when the game is about a gigabyte, but when you have a game made, let's say in Game Maker, that is 50 megabytes and it's reasonably small, I don't know. I feel like we are... I can see if we are talking with gigabytes, but megabytes, I don't know. Let's see, the base APK size, i.e. without user-added assets in Android is 4 megabytes in Starlight, but 13 megabytes in Unity. Okay, so that's a lot. On a phone, this is a lot. This was achieved by using better compression tools and settings, and also partly because of the in-place build system. I would like to know more about this, but he doesn't go into this, it looks like. The application size is really important on mobile platforms because each megabyte you can save increases the likelihood of the application being downloaded, and it also makes it less likely that the application will be removed from the device in the future. Yeah, because it doesn't take up much space here. Very good stuff, cool. The editor, Starlight editor is written in C# and supports Windows, Linux and macOS platforms. So here's something I would like to understand then, Decryptor. Yeah, for a mobile game it differs a lot. Why do you develop the editor for Windows, Linux and macOS? don't you all just use one operating system in your office and that's it? Or do you have a bunch of, let's say, freelancers that some of them use Linux, some of them use Mac, and it's difficult for you to have just one operating system and working with them? Because we had macOS and Windows machines in the company. Okay, let's see. Okay, it's run as a separate process from the engine so that if the engine crashes, the editor still survives. Cool. Yeah, that's nice. I have to say, that's really cool, because if my game crashes, the editor crashes too. Asset management. Okay, hopefully we get into this a bit more. Let's see here. Each asset in a project has a unique ID assigned to it. As mentioned before, this is a 16-bit integer that is unique within a particular project. Assets can also contain other objects, such as scene objects. Okay. Yeah. Which then require another layer of IDs. Assets can also contain other objects, such as scene objects, okay, which then require another layer of IDs. These are called file IDs. With this system in place, each object within a project can be found with a combination of the unique ID and the file ID, or the GUI ID. Okay, so we have the scene asset. That's probably, like, I wonder what that is, for example. Is that like a chair? Is a scene asset a chair? Or is that a scene? Scene. It says scene and then in braces asset. So that means scene asset. The scene itself. The scene has objects and components. The scene contains scene objects and scene objects contain components. Yeah. The Starlight editor supports many types of assets, including but not limited to images, audio files, FBX files, skeletons, meshes, animations, data files. All the information about asset locations, types, last modification dates, and other properties is stored in an SQLite database. Okay, that's heavily optimized for fetching data. This duplicates the data on the hard drive, for example, contents, but on platforms that have slow file systems, for example, Windows, fetching data from the database is much faster than opening and reading files. The editor uses can also opt out for storing duplicate data, but due to space constraints, only one-time build systems have used this option up to this point. I don't understand that at all. So you have a database that contains your assets. And then instead of loading... So how does that work? So you're trying to... I see. I see what he means. So I see. So let's say you have your, I don't know, let's say this is an object in the scene and it loads like with some number. It has like some ID that it needs to load or find, instead of going through Windows with its folders, right? And then the subfolders, you go and ask the database to find you that particular entry, and then that particular entry has the, you know, the file name associated with it, right? And then that's where you can find the file directly. That's how it works. So the database is faster. I get it. The database also stores outputs of asset processing. They store file sizes and all that in DB. Yeah, fast. Such as build meshes or textures for a specific platform. Whenever a user switches the target platform, the operation is re-imported. To re-import assets is extremely fast and can even be instant if there are no changes. Okay, but wouldn't that then require you to have Windows, there it is, Windows and then OS. The hash for those. Cool, very nice. Let me see here. Guys, we have to continue this because I'm getting Besuch and I will not be able to finish this in one go. Unfortunately. It took way too long to get started today. I wanted to give it the time it needs and I don't want to rush this. So what we have to do is part 2 will be on Monday. Unfortunately, my brothers, Part 2 will be on Monday. Yeah. Sorry, guys. I have to go. Zoe just floated in the background, yeah? This is more than Cakez has read in his entire life. Wow, you're surprised, right? You're impressed with me, right? I'm gonna raid Jackie codes. Let me see, there's no one else online, is there? Maybe I'm wrong. Oh, Coffee Lava. Okay, I'm gonna raid Coffee Lava then. He just came online? Might as well raid him. Family time now, Cakez. Yeah, Besucher time, essentially. Guys, thank you so much for the big support. And I'll see you all next week, okay? My wife's waiting. Can have like 2 seconds. Have a nice weekend, guys. Thank you so much for the tremendous support. Bye-bye. Peace. Suck a dick. You suck a dick, bitch.